Hey yo, what's going on guys? It's your boy Scatino, aka Scat, and just got finished watching 2 hours of Sony's E3 press conference. 2 hours now. Please bear with me, I've had no sleep. I've been watching E3 for 11 hours straight. I have to be up for work in less than 2 hours to go and do a 12-hour shift. And I ain't had no sleep. I've been up since yesterday, 9 AM. I'm going to be absolutely fucked today. But anyway, E3, Sony's press conference, a lot to talk about. Some major highs, couple of lows, but yeah, a lot to talk about, a lot. I don't think I'm going to be able to cram it all in this video. Like I said, there were so many games that they were just like flying by, but you know, I'm going to talk about some of my favourite ones, you know, the ones that really resonated with me. The first one, and I must talk about this, Bloodborne. This was the rumoured Project Beast game. This was the game that everyone was kind of believing was Demon's Souls 2. But, you know, they've come out now and it's Bloodborne. I do believe at this point the Bloodborne is a successor to the Demon's Souls and Dark Souls franchise. It's a new IP, yes, but I think it is set within that Souls universe. I think the art and the video that had leaked previously with the fog gates and, you know, things like that, I think, you know, the case is just far too compelling for it not to be a Souls game. Even if it hasn't got Souls in the name, I think it's going to be set within the Souls universe until you know, at least we get some clarification that it's not going to be. Obviously there wasn't any actual gameplay shown in that initial trailer. Maybe we'll see some throughout the week at E3, you know, but this is from Software, the makers of Demon's Souls and Dark Souls. This is a PlayStation 4 exclusive. Not coming to Xbox One, not coming to 360. This is an exclusive to the PlayStation 4, not even coming to PS3. So yeah, I'm super hyped about that game. In fact, I was so hyped about that game, I couldn't actually concentrate on a lot of the other videos that were being shown. The other trailer, I think straight after that, they started showing the Far Cry 3 gameplay that I was really hoping, as some of you may know from my Ubisoft review, when I was saying, you know, they shown like a cutscene but they didn't show gameplay. I want to see gameplay. And then they shown the gameplay straight after Bloodborne, and I couldn't concentrate on it because I was like, oh my god, Bloodborne. Anyway, what I did see of the Far Cry 4, I'm sure I would say Far Cry 3 then, what I did see of Far Cry 4 though looked phenomenal. I mean, graphically, that game looked phenomenal. Absolutely gorgeous. Whether or not it's going to continue to look like that closer to release, I have no idea, but it looked absolutely phenomenal. It looked just as fun as Far Cry 3 was. I can't wait to get that game. Definitely going to be a day one purchase for me. Mortal Kombat X or Mortal Kombat 10, whatever you want to call it, looked again phenomenal. I can't wait that we're going to get another fighter for the next gen. Really not a fan of that Injustice. Doesn't seem like Street Fighter's coming across anytime soon. You know, so Mortal Kombat, which I love as a franchise. I'm all over that. It just means I'm going to have to save up some money to buy a new fight stick to play Mortal Kombat on. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. I must admit, they didn't speak enough about Vita, in all honesty. It really was sort of like a passive subject for them. I was really kind of disappointed in that, and you know, they kind of made some sort of a, you know, they alluded to the fact that yeah, we are continuing to support Vita, with native Vita titles and this, that and the other, because we were talking about how you'll be able to use PlayStation Now on PlayStation Vita, and talking about remote play, this, that and the other, but nothing. They didn't sit there and talk about native Vita titles, and they really need to. Where's Gravity Rush 2? Where's the new Vita Uncharted game? I was really expecting that. Why not put where's Infamous Vita or God of War Vita? Where are these kind of games? Where's MotorStorm Vita? Why not a handheld GTA game? And don't tell me it can't be done. I mean, we already seen with Liberty City Stories, Vice City Stories on the PSP, a full-blown, GTA game can be done. So, and with the power of the Vita, it could be even better. So, like I said, I was disappointed in Vita, but a lot of the games they shown, I mean, most of them talking about PlayStation 4. There was a lot of PlayStation 4 content there. The trailer for Metal Gear Solid 5 looked phenomenal. No Man's Sky looked great. Destiny looks great. The alpha beta for Destiny is actually available on Thursday throughout the weekend, and then it goes into full beta for PlayStation 4 in July. So that looks great. Like I said, Destiny looks great. What else did they show? My head was so much like, oh my god, all these games. They've shown a lot of indie titles. Little Big Planet 3 got announced, looked a lot of fun. I mean, what was in it? Oddsock? Oddsock killed it. Seriously killed it. I'm looking forward to Little Big Planet 3. Then it kind of took a dip a bit. The conference, they were doing really good. A lot of games. It was just banging past. And then they kind of took a dip when they started talking about, PlayStation Network as a service, talking about TV. Why talk about TV? This, whatever TV show that was based on a comic that powers. Nobody gives a shit about that. And then they started talking about Ratchet and Clank the movie. Like, nobody gives a shit about you. You just wasted like 10 minutes of your 5, 10, 15 minutes of your conference talking about that shit. Nobody cares about that shit. Really, really disappointed. And then we got Infamous Second Son DLC. We've got the shown the new trailer for The Last of Us, which they announced the release date's coming out the end of July. Also, The Last of Us is getting content actually within Diablo 3. They're going to have their own exclusive dungeon, which is going to feature like clickers and things like that, which is crazy because I'm really looking forward to Diablo 3. Obviously, buying The Last of Us again, I'll go complete that. But then of course, like, they started bringing out the big guns. GTA 5 is finally coming to PlayStation 4. I mean, to be honest, it was like an unexpected, unsurprising announcement, if you know what I mean. I was saying right from the jump, right, when them first trailers and everything were being shown of GTA 5, I was saying this has got to come to PS4. This has got to come to PlayStation 4. I don't understand why Rockstar would release this game right at the end of a console generation where it's unable to fill its true potential in the visual department. I was saying that shit, and I honest to God believed it, and I always just in the back of my mind thought, GTA 5 is gonna one day come to these platforms, and it was right. I was absolutely right. GTA 5 is coming to PlayStation 4, only announced for PlayStation 4 at the moment, because obviously it was Sony's conference, but I've no doubt in my mind it's going to come to Xbox One if, whilst I'm making this video, it's not already been announced on Twitter somewhere, as well as probably PC. I don't know any more details about it other than that trailer that was shown. It's coming sometime. Well, it's coming before the end of this year, so at least it's coming this year. We don't have to wait till 2015. I'm not sure if it's like going to be 1080p 60 frames per second. I don't know. As we all know, GTA 5 is a huge open world, possibly 1080p 30 frames per second. But then again, as we all know, The PS3 360 versions, you know, they dip below 30 quite a bit, so I'll be happy if it's 1080p and a rock solid 30 frames per second. As long as it's a smooth frame rate, you know, I'll be happy with that and just get to play it in a better resolution and, you know, just look better. So really looking forward to that. I'll play, you know, I've not beat GTA 5 yet. I'm like closing in to the end of it, but I think I'm just going to hold off now and just play the PS4 version. It was the version I always wanted to play anyway. Then they shown, of course, Batman Arkham Knight, which looked phenomenal. I mean, the scale of Gotham, it looked crazy. I mean, the draw distance when he walked out of his like apartment building up onto that rooftop, and you just saw the scale of Gotham and all the lights and just the draw distance of it. It looked absolutely phenomenal. And then he jumped down, you know, just the detail of the city in the Batmobile, driving around in the Batmobile, and how he's able to sort of like jump out of the Batmobile and start gliding around. It was like, whoa! I can't wait for this game. I mean, the Arkham games were amazing last generation. I really enjoyed them. You know, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. I never played Arkham Origins. I never wanted to play Arkham Origins because I knew it was a placeholder game for the fact that they needed something that year. You know, the new Batman was a big franchise at that point, and they wanted to throw Arkham Origins in. Rocksteady didn't make it because they were making Arkham Knight. They just needed something just to bang in there. So that's why I never fought with it, because I know this ain't a true Batman game. Now, people may like that game, people may disagree with my opinion, but the fact is, Rocksteady own that franchise. It's their game. So I won't fucking with anybody who come to try and, you know, just mess with that just to make a few fucking dollars. You know what I mean? Just as a placeholder game for a year. I ain't fucking with that. But Arkham Knight looked top dollar. I think, obviously disappointed that it was delayed into 2015, but from the look of it, I think the delay is going to do it a whole lot of good, because it can only do good things for it, of course. And then, last but not least, they ended the show on the best way they possibly could with Uncharted 4. You know, the footage at the show was, you know, fully captured on a PlayStation 4. Not actual gameplay, it's just like a cutscene, but all sort of like in-engine cinematic. Gave it a title. It is a numbered Uncharted. It is Uncharted 4, and it's called A Thief's End. And twice throughout the short trailer, it did say one last time. You know, Nate is talking to Sully about going on this one last adventure. So it just leads me to believe that, you know, and in the trailer Drake is looking a lot older. It just leads me to believe that, you know, this is going to be the end of Nathan Drake's story. I don't think it's going to be the end of Uncharted games. I think, like I say, if it gets supported still on Vita, you know, there's still room for more Nathan Drake adventures on the Vita. But I think in terms of the console, in terms of the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, I think this is going to be the final adventure for Nathan Drake. I don't think it'll be the final Uncharted game as a whole, not even talking just about Vita. I think there's probably other stories you could tell in the Uncharted universe. I just don't think they'll involve Nathan Drake. I think this one is just going to put an end to Drake's story, which is good. I mean, there'll be 4 games in on consoles. You know, there's only so much adventuring Drake can do. So even though I'll be upset to see the series end and Drake's story end, because I think he's a great character, he's my favourite character of, you know, this generation. I think it'll probably be time, and I think they can end it on a real big high. For the Uncharted series. That's coming out 2015. No concrete date, just said 2015. It will probably be the end of 2015 if it doesn't get delayed. But yeah, obviously I'm super looking forward to that. I'm just trying to think if there was anything else that I'm missing. I mean, like I said, there was a lot of games. A lot of indie games were shown. As I've already said, I can't name all them off the top of my head. It spoke a bit about PlayStation Now and when that's going to be available in the USA and Canada. Obviously, it's not coming to Europe, I don't think, until sometime 2015 when we get better internet access over on these shores. But yeah, I think it was up and down just a bit. But I do think with GTA 5, Arkham Knight, and Uncharted 4, I definitely think, and of course, Bloodborne, I definitely think Sony won E3 this year. I definitely think that. I mean, I think they come with a lot of exclusives. It seems to be a lot more exclusives on Sony's platform again than Microsoft. So I always have to give it up for the exclusives, because that's what separates the consoles apart. It's the exclusives. They also shown The Order 1886, which looked really good as well. So yeah, I've got to give it up to Sony for that conference. Like I say, it did dip in the middle talking about TV. They could have just got rid of all that bullshit. Nobody needed to hear that, but I think they redeemed themselves at the end with GTA 5, Arkham Knight, and Uncharted 4. So I'm super hyped for what's to come. Yeah, I'm just excited. I can't wait to see more of Bloodborne. Really can't wait to see more of Bloodborne and Uncharted 4. So yeah, I'm going to leave you with that. I think it's been, a really good set of conferences this year. I think the weakest was EA. To be honest, at this point I think it goes Sony, Microsoft, Ubisoft, EA. We've got Nintendo's Direct presentation tomorrow. I think it happens at 5 o'clock UK time. Unfortunately, I'm in work until 7:30, so I'll probably read about it just on like blogging sites and whatnot. But I'll probably try and watch the actual feed when I get home from work, and I'll make a video about it then, and just give my thoughts on that one too. I'm looking forward to Nintendo. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to bring. Obviously, there's no way I can't see them being able to compete with the other lot. On the scale that the other companies have brought it. But we'll see. Nintendo have some good franchises out there, and I think they can bring some good heat with them as well. So we'll see. But I'm going to leave you with that, guys. I'm aware I can't even speak at the moment. I've just had no sleep, and I don't know how I'm going to cope in work today. It's going to be absolute killer for me. But yeah, so I'm going to leave you with that. As always, don't forget to please rate, comment and subscribe. And thank you everyone for watching and enjoying these videos. So that's it from me. I'm your boy and I'm out. Peace.